Hi everybody, it's Hogatha. It occurred to me the other day, as I went through a drive-through with my friend Gladys. I'm at Gladys's house right now, by the way. Um, we went through the drive-through of Jack in the Box, and I don't know if a lot of you know what Jack in the Box is. Jack in the Box is it's a pretty popular fast food restaurant here in Southern California, and we went through the drive-through and I ordered a jumbo jack and some tacos. The tacos are actually quite delicious and they're very safe if you're on a vegan diet. The meat in it is really, it's soy. It's not even meat, it's soy. And I thought, wow, how woke of Jack in the Box to be offering a soybean taco before everybody else did, you know. So I've decided I'm going to keep going to Jack in the Box. But I'll tell you, I had a moment of clarity, and I was really faced with my own racism and my own white supremacy. And really, it was a learning lesson, and I want to discuss it with you guys so you can avoid these mistakes. I ordered, there's a hamburger at Jack in the Box called the Jumbo Jack. And it's a good hamburger. I like it. They don't offer a vegan version yet of the meat yet. So I ripped the patty off, And in fact, I actually asked not to have the patty because I don't want that disgusting dead animal juice on my bun. But what I do is sometimes I'll have to pick the bread off of the bun where the meat might have touched because it's just eating death is just not an option for me. But well, this is the whole point of my video, how my racism, my internalized racism, really my unconscious internalized racism, that all white people have. And we know, white people, it surfaces at times, and a lot of us will try to deny it, but we all know it's there. And you know what I'm talking about. So don't try and don't send me any hate or anything like that, because we know and you know that I know. Okay. So anyway, so let's get real here. Okay. So I'm in the drive-through. And the person, and I don't want to say if it's a man or a woman because I don't know. First of all, I don't want to assume by the tone of their voice what their gender is or what their genitals are. And I never even asked the person what they identified as, so I have no idea. But anyway, the person had a pleasant voice. It was in a higher range. Anyway, so I said hello. They said, hi, welcome to Jack in the Box. And I said, yes, I would like 2 tacos, and I would like a jumbo jack with no meat. And so then the person says, you want 1 jumbo yak? And I'm like, jumbo yak. Jumbo yak. Well, it sounded very, very similar to jumbo jack. And it dawned on me, wait a minute, this person is Hispanic. And the J is silent. Or it's like an H or a silent kind of sound. Like jalapeno. We don't say jalapeno or jalapeno. And it was at that moment, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'm like, Hogatha, you're a racist. And you can change it at any time. And it occurred to me that I don't have to say jumbo jack. I don't own the English language. Nobody does. I'm going to say jumbo yak from now on. I live in a Hispanic majority part of the country. And how insensitive of me just to walk in someplace or just to drive up to a window and just really flaunt my white privilege and assume that I can lead the conversation with my language. And it's like I'm going to start saying yumbo yak. I mean, that's what everybody around me says, the majority around here says. And so I'm going to honor these people and respect their language and respect, the way they speak. I mean, I have vowed to myself to not practice in racism anymore. So from now on, when I speak to Hispanic people, I will use the appropriate accent. I know a lot of people speak. Now, I know a lot of Californian Hispanics. They don't even speak Spanish, but they have an accent like they do. And I'm thinking, well, I don't own the English accent. They could speak English any way they want. And why don't I honor them and respect them by speaking to them in the way that they're used to be spoken to, or the way that they speak? I mean, why? My white privilege doesn't afford me the language, I don't own the English language. So, from now on, I'm probably going to speak like this around people of Hispanic heritage, because that they understand that, and that's the way they speak. So why wouldn't I be respectful to them? I mean, and it's quite beautiful too, isn't it? And it's funny because me and Marquina, we went to an Asian restaurant the other day, and there was a language barrier. Neither myself or Marquina speak the Asian language, and like I stated, Marquina is 40% Caucasian, and that's fine. I forgive her for that. I don't hold it against her. It's not her fault. But the thing is, she's 49% racist too, and I see it all the time. And I'm like, Marquina, we really got to get a handle on this. This racism that we both have internalized unconsciously, and the way we deal with minorities. And well, anyway, we're at the Asian restaurant, and we were having a bit of a language barrier because neither me or Marquina speak Asian, and we just assume everybody speaks English because we live in the United States, and really, how really privileged and spoiled of us, really. But anyway, the person, I don't know if it was a male or a female, but this person with a higher pitched voice was speaking to us and said something about rice or chow mein, and Marquina could not get it across to this woman what she wanted. And so finally, Marquina said, "Me want chow mein." And right there, the lady understood her. I'm sorry, I said lady, and I hope if you're watching, I don't want to misgender you or anything. That'd be insensitive, and I'm sorry. But anyway, when Marquina said, "I take chow mein," the lady or the worker understood instantly. And I'm thinking, God, we have just been burdening these people with our proper English for how long, and just making it difficult for us and just for them. And we going around acting so elitist and privileged. And it's like, who do we think we are? So, it was a learning lesson. And I've learned something valuable on checking my privilege and honoring, the minorities or really the majorities that are around us. Because we're Caucasians are really guests in this country, aren't we? And just to assume that we can just force a language on somebody and an accent is completely just dehumanizing and racist. So anyway, I just want to share that with you guys. And, I hope it helps you realize that you're racist too. And that, you can rise above that. And so it's just been a pleasure really just sharing that with you guys. And I hope you have a beautiful day and you think about your racism and how it affects others.